So you finally landed that job interview. Congratulations. But then, they hit you with the big one. Tell me about yourself. Now this question may sound innocent enough, but don't be fooled. It's often used as an icebreaker, a way for the interviewer to set the stage and gauge who you are professionally. The importance of this question cannot be overstated, but here's the twist. It's not an invitation to share your life story. No, they don't want to know about that one summer at band camp or your high school crush. It's a golden opportunity to highlight your skills and qualifications. Think of it as your chance to sell yourself, to show them why you're the perfect fit for the role. So how should you answer? Focus on your professional journey, talk about your experiences, achievements, and skills. Remember, they're not asking for your autobiography, just a little sneak peek into your professional life. So keep your favorite childhood memory or your love for cats for some other time. So now that you've introduced yourself, it's time to shine and brag a little. Yes, you heard it right, brag. You see, when it comes to job interviews, it's essential to talk about your achievements with a dash of confidence. But don't worry, we're not suggesting you morph into a superhero and claim to have saved your previous company from doom single-handedly. Unless, of course, you did, in which case, kudos. Now let's get serious. Discussing your achievements is not about throwing around fancy buzzwords or inflating your accomplishments. It's about confidently sharing what you've done and how it has positively impacted your previous employers. Remember, you're not just a worker bee, you're a contributor who's made a difference. So how can you frame your achievements in the context of an interview? Start by focusing on the skills you've used and developed in achieving your goals. If you increase sales by 20%, don't just say that. Explain how you tapped into your creative problem-solving skills or your knack for building customer relationships. Then, remember to keep it relevant. If you're applying for a marketing position, your potential employer probably doesn't need to know about your award-winning chili recipe, unless, of course, you used your marketing skills to make that chili a local sensation. In that case, spill the beans. Or should we say, the chili. Now, let's talk about our friend Bob. Bob once claimed in an interview that he saved his company from bankruptcy all by himself. The problem? Bob was an intern, and his most significant achievement was perfecting the office coffee blend. While we appreciate a good cup of joe, it's safe to say Bob overdid it. So, remember, be like Bob with the coffee. Precise, skilled, and successful. But don't be like Bob with his tall tales. Be honest, be confident, but keep it humble. So next time you're asked about your achievements, remember to keep it relevant, keep it humble, and please don't claim you saved the company unless you really did. All right, you've navigated the treacherous waters of the "tell me about yourself" question. You've bragged without sounding like a superhero, and now they want to know about your goals. Now, when it comes to discussing your goals, you might be tempted to go big or go home, right? You want to impress after all. But let me tell you, there's a fine line between ambition and delusion. Let's dive into this a bit further. First and foremost, when discussing your goals, it's important to articulate them professionally. This isn't the time to share your lifelong dream of becoming a professional ice cream taste tester. Unless, of course, you're interviewing at an ice cream company. In that case, more power to you. Instead, focus on goals that align with your professional growth and the company's mission. For instance, if you're interviewing for a role in marketing, you might talk about your goal to spearhead innovative campaigns that increase brand visibility and drive sales. Remember, your goals should demonstrate that you're not just thinking about what the company can do for you, but what you can do for the company. Now let's talk about those wildly unrealistic goals. We all know someone, or perhaps we've been that someone, who steps into an interview and boldly proclaims, "I plan to be the CEO in a year." While this might get you a few chuckles, it's probably not going to land you the job. Why, you ask? Well, it's simple. This kind of statement can make you seem out of touch with reality, not to mention potentially threatening to the person currently in the CEO's chair. It's always good to show ambition, but remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So when discussing your goals in a job interview, aim to strike a balance between ambition and realism. Show that you're motivated and driven, but also that you understand the steps it takes to get to where you want to be. Remember, it's good to have ambitions, but claiming you'll be the CEO in a year might not be the best way to endear yourself to your potential boss. So, we've covered a lot of ground today. Let's take a moment to summarize what we've learned. We began our journey in the treacherous territory of the dreaded interview question. We learned that the age-old question of, "Tell me about yourself," is not an invitation to share your life story from birth till now. nor is it a chance for you to discuss your cat's remarkable ability to fetch. No, it's a golden opportunity to present your professional self. Highlight your skills, experiences, and why you're the perfect fit for the job. Remember, you're not on a date, you're in a job interview. Save the cat stories for later. Then we moved on to the glorious realm of discussing our achievements. We discovered that it's not just about listing the trophies on your shelf or the certificates gathering dust in a drawer. It's about illustrating how these achievements have shaped you into a valuable asset. It's about using powerful phrases like, "I spearheaded a project," or "I increased sales by 30%, to show you're not just a participant, but a game changer. But remember, there's a fine line between confident and cocky. Always tread carefully. Next, we ventured into the future, discussing our goals. We understood that having a clear vision of where you want to be is as important as knowing where you've been. It's about showcasing ambition without sounding like you're plotting to take over the company. Use phrases like, "I see myself leading a team," or "I aim to broaden my skills in," to show you're serious about your future. But remember, don't make it sound like you're planning a corporate coup. There you have it, folks. Your guide to surviving the most common job interview questions. Remember, stay humble, stay ambitious, and keep your childhood cat stories to yourself.